And now to Dalek. So, in an underground bunker in Utah, a madman by the name of Henry Van Stassen has a unique collection of alien artifacts that the Doctor and Rose seem to notice, but are intrigued at the fact that this seemingly random guy has so many valuable, rare items. And then Henry Van Stassen reveals that he has a living specimen at the bottom of the bunker. When the Doctor goes to investigate, he is shocked to realize that the living specimen that Henry Van Stassen owns is none other than his old arch nemesis, the Dalek. So, as a story review, I need to say this episode is easily one of the best, because this story is told in such a way where fans who are new to this show generally have no idea what's down there. And then when they see it, they just think, is this it? Why is the Doctor panicking about this? And then as the story goes, it gets darker and darker and darker. And Henry Van Stassen shows that his selfishness, but his fear and worry about this whole situation, which has just unfolded before him, realizing that what he's doing is dangerous. And then we go to the characters. The Doctor is easily the star of this episode, where he meets the Dalek, and originally scared, but then realizing that the Dalek is defenseless, he then flips a switch and goes into the darkest we've seen this Doctor so far. The most menacing, the one where he wants this Dalek to go extinct. I can't say the actual word. So, seeing the darkness of the Doctor towards the Dalek, where New Who fans who've seen this Dalek are thinking, why is he being so aggressive towards this Dalek? It's done nothing. And then we find out that how dangerous the Dalek is. We realise that, no, the Doctor's right. And as the episode goes on, he just gets darker and darker. And personally, for me, I get more and more captivated seeing how dark this Doctor is. And then we go to Rose, who is the opposite of the Doctor in this episode. She shows so much compassion for this monster who has taken the lives of so many people. And yet she still has compassion because he spared her life. And that, knowing that a Dalek spared someone's life for a Classic Who fan, it's rare. And you know something is wrong. Moving on to Henry Van Stassen, as one of the villains in this episode, I would say he falls into the stereotype of the greedy businessman, but he's one that I think is done well, because ultimately, like others, he's focused on the money and the profits, even seeing the Doctor as profit for him, but realizing how dangerous the Dalek is, and seeing his genuine fear from this, shows that, no, he's not cut out for being a greedy businessman. And then we go on to the other character introduced here called Adam. So Adam is a boy genius from England who came to Utah for an apprenticeship where he's just pretty much, I would say, a scientific advisor for Henry Van Stassen. And what I can say to him is that he's a little underutilized here, has some moments with Rose, but nothing really worth mentioning apart from the fact he wants to go and see some stars, in which the Doctor responds to that exactly how personally I would as well. And then moving on to the Dalek. This Dalek had the most character developments in any Dalek that I have seen in all of Doctor Who. And for a Dalek to have development is rare, and it's one which we don't expect. Overall, this episode is easily one of the best of Eccleston's run. And ultimately, for a ranking, I I need to give this an 8.5. What drags it down is the slow start, but it's not even that slow because it's building up the atmosphere. But this 1.5 that's missing from making it a perfect 10 comes down to the fact there are other episodes which I prefer more and I want to rank higher. But those episodes in the future do not compare to each other on a equal basis. And this one, I simply don't have that nostalgic attachment to, but I still need to say is the best episode of Series 1 with Christopher Eccleston when it comes to showing his character. But with that, join me in the next episode where we travel far in time to the year 500,000 and we go to Satellite 5 to see the long game.